Finally, the wave of the new launch condo 2025 is over. And here is a quick recap. January kick off with a strong start at the Ori. February, Elta and Parktown launched on the same day. March, Lentor Central Residences surprised everyone with a standout performance. April, One Marina Gardens. Fast forward to July, Lindenwoods took the spotlight. From August onward, the market really caught fire. River Green, Promenade Peak, and Canberra Crescent Residences all launched together, followed by Springleaf Residence. Then October was packed with Sky at Holland, Penreef, Faber Residence, and Giant Grand. And November wrapped up the year with The Sand. A lot of good new launch in 2025, right? But if you missed them all, don't worry, 2026 could be even better. So after studying everything, I have concluded that there will be 14 major new launches in 2026. But because there are 14 projects spread all over Singapore, so I'm breaking down by regions: West, North, East, Central, and Core Central region. And we will go from the cheaper region first, all the way to the more premium one. Westsider will be very happy. 3 new launch coming next year, and some more, 2 of them are right next to the MRT station. I believe the first one to launch in 2026 is Narra Residences, located at Dairy Farm Walk, right across Dairy Farm Residence, which is not so near to any MRT station. This project is estimated to have 540 units and is developed by a joint venture of several firms. But here is something interesting. This government land sale attracted only 2 bidders, and the winning bid was a huge 23% higher than the second bidder. Because of that, the land cost came in at 1020 PSF PPR, and based on the APROP analysis, the break-even cost is already around 2029 PSF. So if the developer wants to have a typical 15% of profit margin, the average selling price would be around 2300 PSF. But honestly, that will be very challenging to the developer, especially when we see there are so many new launch in the dairy farm area have struggled during their launch. So for this project, I will just wait and see. Next, let's move on to Tengah. This one is going to catch a lot of attention, mainly because of the very attractive land price of just 821 PSF PPR. Interestingly, the top land bid of 821 PSF was just only 0.73% higher than the second bidder. And not only that, it is a mixed development right beside MRT station, which is already a strong selling point. The site is located near the upcoming Hong Kah MRT station on the Jurong region line. Hong Kah will be 1 stop from Tengah interchange, 3 stops from Choa Chu Kang interchange, and 4 stops from Boon Lay interchange. This will be the first private condo in the entire Tengah estate, with around 860 condo units and 3,000 square meters of commercial space. It is jointly developed by Hong Leong, CSC Land, and Guaco Land. Based on HPRO analysis, the estimated break-even is around 1760 PSF. For reference, the latest EC launch in Tengah, Auto Place, is already averaging 1750 PSF, and some units crossing 1900 PSF. So with just a 15% profit margin, the average launch price could sell around 2000 PSF. If you think about it, this could be the last new launch condo selling around 2000 PSF. So what do you think? Is this considered very cheap? In the past, we have seen projects like Lake Garden Residences and Sora, but both are distance away from Lakeside MRT. Finally, in 2026, we are going to see a new launch condo right next to Lakeside MRT. And that's a game changer. The developer is CDL, and I expect they will launch this project around the 3rd quarter next year. It will have 575 units plus a retail mall on the ground floor. And honestly, that already solved a long-standing problem in the area. There's no proper supermarket near Lakeside MRT right now. CDL also plans to maximize the condo potential by giving residents unblocked views of Jurong Lake Gardens, which is definitely a premium feature. And for families, there is another major plus. The site is within 1 kilometer of Rulang Primary School, one of the most popular schools in the West. Let's talk about pricing. The estimated break-even for the project is about 2181 PSF. So if CDL launch at around 2450 PSF, their profit margin will be only 12%. But here is something interesting. Sora and Lake Garden Residences, not near MRT, also have units sold above 2,500 PSF. So at 2,450 PSF for a brand new MRT doorstep condo, is it acceptable? Or would you rather go for the resale condo nearby, which are still selling below 2,000 PSF? The North region is Lentor again. For the past 3 years, every single year confirmed got new launches near Lentor MRT. A lot of people keep saying that Lentor is already oversupplied, but if you look at the numbers, out of all the 6 projects that launched previously, there are only less than 50 balanced units for sale today. So you can see there is very strong demand over here. In 2026, this new launch condo minute walk to Lentor MRT. It's not within 1 kilometer of CHIJ St. Nicholas Girls' School, but it's still super close to the MRT, so convenience is definitely there. The project is estimated to have 502 units, and the developer is Kingsford. They are the developer behind Normanton Park, Chuan Park, and One Marina Gardens. What interesting is that Kingsford bought this land at 920 PSF PPR, which make it the cheapest land price among all the government land sales in Lentor. So they actually have a solid profit margin to play with. Just for a comparison, Lentor Central Residence sold extremely well at around 2,200 PSF on the launch day. And the recent sub-sale at Lentor Modern, which is just TOP, already crossed 2,400 PSF. According to Ashprop, the estimated break-even for this new plot is around 1,894 PSF. So if Kingsford decide to launch at around 2,300 PSF, they'll be looking at roughly a 21% profit margin. And honestly, I believe buyers can still accept this price point in 2026. And likely Kingsford will launch this project in the second quarter of 2026. And speaking of the north, there's actually one very interesting integrated development coming up in Yishun, near Khatib MRT. But I expect that one will only launch in 2027, which means for 2026, this Lentor condo could be the only one new launch condo in the entire North region. Next up, my favorite, Eastside, Bayside. After waiting for 1.5 years, we finally have the integrated development in the Tampines West, and is expected to launch in the first quarter of 2026. Pinari Residence. It will sit right next to Tampines West MRT on the downtown line, just one stop away from Tampines Central. And for families, this is a major plus. There are 4 primary schools within 1 kilometer, including the very popular St. Hilda's Primary School. Tampines Town is a matured HDB estate, but there's never been any new launch condo right next to the MRT, right? That means there will be very strong HDB upgraders demand in the future. And the best part, Pinari Residence will have its own mall right downstairs, so we can expect practical daily convenience like a supermarket, food court, childcare center, all at your doorstep. Above the mall, there will be around 585 condo units, which is only about half of the size of Parktown Residence. Speaking of Parktown, earlier this year it launched in Tampines North and sold 87% on day 1 at average price of about 2,360 PSF. And even though Parktown land price was quite cheap at 885 PSF PPR, that doesn't mean the developer price it cheap. Pinari Residence has a land price that is 13% higher at 1,004 PSF. So how much do you think the developer will price it for? By the way, the developer is Hoi Hub and Sunway. The same developer for 100 Palms Residences, Park Central Residences in Tampines, and the Continuum. So here is the interesting question. How much do you think Pinari Residence will price as compared to Parktown Residence? And which one do you think is a better buy, Pinari or Parktown? Comment below, I want to know your thoughts. Next, we move on to another east side, and this one will be the only one that comes with sea view. Right next to Bayshore MRT, this project will have about 515 units, and the land tender was very fierce. Total 8 bidders went for it. In the end, Singhai Group secured the land at 1,388 PSF PPR, beating the second highest offer by less than 1%. At 1,388 PSF PPR, this is the new record for the land in the outside central region, or CR, even higher than some of the river valley land. This will be also the first private condo in the new 60-hectare Bayshore precinct located between East Coast Park and Upper East Coast Road. About 10,000 homes are planned here, with only 30% being the private housing. And this particular plot is arguably the best in Bayshore. Sea view and doorstep to Bayshore MRT. And here is something very important. There has been no condo launch here in the past decades. The most recent one is Costa del Sol were launched back in early 2000. So the pent-up demand is real, especially from the upgraders nearby in Marine Parade and Bedok. In short, this will be the most exciting new launch condo in 2026. If you are planning to sell or buy a condo, feel free to drop me a WhatsApp at 918-7652. I will walk you through the whole process and give personalized advice based on your scenario. So far, I have covered 6 upcoming new launch in the West, North and East that I expect to launch in 2026. In the next episode, I will continue with the Central region and the Core Central region. So stay tuned. If you enjoy the content like this, help me to show some support and let me know, because this will really encourage me to keep producing useful property updates for you. That's all for today. Hope to see you soon. Bye.